Today we look at the fifth pick of Team Liddell, Forrest Griffin. Griffin was born on July 1st, 1979, and he's a retired mixed martial artist and former UFC light heavyweight champion. Griffin, who is Irish descent, graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science from the University of Georgia. While attending school, Griffin served as a law enforcement officer for the Richmond County Sheriff's Office in Augusta, Georgia. He also served as a patrol officer with the University of Georgia's police. He trained at the Hardcore Gym, now SBG Athens, in Athens for 7 years under Adam and Rory Singer. He later left law enforcement to pursue a career in professional mixed martial arts. Forrest lost his debut on October 27, 2001 against the legend Dan Severn by unanimous decision. After the setback, he won 7 straight. He was a cop in some little town in Georgia, scared to quit his job. His buddy Frank Bishop called him and told him that Joe Silva was looking for him. He also had talked to the UFC matchmaker a year before, and he told him, if he doesn't lose, we'll put you on in the UFC pretty soon. He was a tough replacement because somebody failed a drug test. 17 days after hearing about it, he was in Vegas on the show. For the fights at TUF, Forrest Griffin defeated Alex Schoenauer by submission strikes in the first round, and he defeated also Sam Hoger by TKO strikes in the second round. For the UFC career, Forrest Griffin won the finale against Stephen Bonner by decision, in one of the best MMA fights of all time. The fight was so good that White decided to give both men UFC contracts. At UFC 76 on September 22, 2007, Griffin fought against Pride middleweight champion Mauricio Shogun Rua, who was ranked the #1 lightweight fighter in the world by several MMA publications. Griffin won by rear naked choke at 4:45 of round 3. On July 5, 2008, Griffin fought the UFC light heavyweight champion Quinton Rampage Jackson. Viewed as a heavy underdog by many going into the fight, Griffin won a unanimous decision victory and became the new undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion. Griffin's first title defense came at UFC 92 against undefeated challenger Rashad Evans. He lost the fight and his title after 3 rounds by TKO. On May 26, 2013, it was announced at the post-fight press conference for UFC 160 that Griffin had retired from MMA fighting. His body couldn't do it anymore after several injuries. He had to switch using his left hand since his right arm was done. A few interesting facts: Griffin was defeated by UFC Fighter 2 semi-finalist Keith Jardine at UFC 66 by TKO in the first round. After the fight, Griffin sat in the corner crying. Moments later, he walked away from Joe Rogan's attempt to interview him, saying, I don't know, Keith came in and he did exactly what I wanted to do. He knocked me the fuck out. Let's go home. Forrest's wife was going into labor 9 days early as he competed the second time against Mauricio Shogun Rua at UFC 133 on August 27, 2011. The new daddy lost and the mommy and baby girl fought their own fight. He coached against Rampage Jackson on The Ultimate Fighter Season 7 and would fight him at the end of the series. Griffin was absolutely outclassed by Anderson Silva at UFC 101. After the fight, Griffin got up the canvas, left the cage and jogged out of the arena. It was initially suggested that Griffin was rushed to the hospital due to a dislocated jaw and trouble hearing in one ear. However, it turned out there was no injury to Griffin's jaw. Griffin faced Tito Ortiz for the third time on July 7, 2012 at UFC 148. He won the fight via a 29-28 unanimous decision, and he just left the octagon on unusual terms, simply walking out before the fight results over. He later went back to the ring and interviewed Tito Ortiz very unexpectedly. He stole Tito's spotlight and apologized for it in the post-fight interview, since it was Tito's last fight. Griffin is an author of 2 books, 2009's Got Fight, 15 Cent Principles of Hand-to-Face Combat, and 2010's Be Ready When the Shit Goes Down, a survival guide to the apocalypse, which both received positive reviews. He also filmed some movies. Griffin still works with the UFC. He currently serves as a vice president of
I'm joined
the
by Forrest
athletic
Griffin, we're here
development
at the
at the
UFC
UFC
Performance Institute.
Griffin is also an MMA instructor at Throwdown Training Center and Robert Dinsdale Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Las Vegas, Nevada. For his championships and awards, UFC Fighting Championship, he's in the UFC Hall of Fame fight ring, his fight against Bonner, he was a one-time UFC light heavyweight champion, he is the Ultimate Fighter light heavyweight tournament winner, he has the fight of the night, Rhodes 5 times under his wing, and the submission of the night 1 time. In the Wrestling Observer newsletter, he had 2005 Fight of the Year and 2008 Fight of the Year. In the Fighting Spirit magazine, he had 2006 Fight of the Year, and in Trio United, he had the 2007 Upset. His MMA record stands at 19 wins and 7 losses, 3-5 by KO, 7-0 by submission, and 9-2 by decision. He was 9-2 before TUF and 10-5 after TUF. In the next video, we look at the 5th pick of Team Couture, Lodoon Ki Singh Kate.